When I woke up on November 18th, 2024, I felt like I could rule the world. That's why I'm going to be the President of the United States. But how am I going to achieve this lofty ambition? It's not like you could just audition to become president.
Cheap banks! Cheap banks! Oh, baby, when she...
So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I had to do some extensive research. I need to know what it takes to endear myself to the American people. That's when I came across a video from Microsoft Sam, link in description. In it was a montage of political ads showcasing what it means to be American. Large vistas of American landscapes, sunglasses, intense hatred for socialism, and of course, massive trucks. Unfortunately, I don't have a truck. I own a 2008 Toyota Innova. It's reliable, it does the job. As for the vast American landscapes, I live in the Philippines. All we have is a Catholic church. Wow, look at the size of that thing. I could feel the guilt from a distance. However, there was one element from these political ads I could use. Guns. I remembered that I was going to shoot guns with my friend Andre. That's how I'm going to ingratiate myself to the land of the free. First, I had to psych myself out with some Breaking Bad lighting. And good old American breakfast. Bread, ham, eggs, and a cup of Joe. Why do Americans call coffee Joe? Because it's named after the most American man of all, Joe Montana, the greatest quarterback not named Tom Brady. You thought I was gonna do a Joe Mama joke, didn't you? Well, I didn't. It's time to get serious. Like Joe Mama. Soda! After wolfing down my breakfast, I had to change it to something comfortable, something more patriotic. I perused through my closet and found the most American outfit I could find. I was ready to smell the gunpowder. I was ready to lead a nation. I said goodbye to my mother like any good American man would.
Okay, Mom, going! Bye-bye! Yep.
Time to save America. Then, I hopped on a bus to glory. Oh, by the way, to break character here for a bit, I would just like to showcase the bus I'm on. Thanks to taxpayer money, we have a bus line that takes us anywhere within our city. The best part? It's free! Pretty neat if you ask me. So yeah, shout out to our mayor, or shout out to our wonderful taxpayers.
Cellphone ringtone, pinutin dyan ang button na may nakalagay na download.
Now back to your regularly scheduled patriotism. I begrudgingly rode on the socialist bus. The American dream is built on grit and determination, so I soldiered on even though I am more than capable of paying for my public transport. I don't need no handouts! Anyway, I arrived in Cubao, the concrete jungle where dreams stagnate. I decided to stop by one of Cubao's most iconic landmarks, the Alley Mall. Considered the first major shopping mall in our country, this establishment was named after one of, if not the greatest boxer of all time, Muhammad Ali. It began construction shortly after Ali's fight with Joe Frazier, aptly named the Thrilla in Manila. Both legends have now passed, and I wonder what their reactions would be knowing that their bout birthed such an important institution. I bet Ali would shed a tear, staring at the marvel of Filipino ingenuity in honor of his legacy. Balls. Admiring a monument such as the Alley Mall made me hungrier than a junkyard dog. I looked for an establishment that would satisfy my newfound sense of freedom. Of course, I spotted a bastion of American cuisine. Behold, double cheeseburger, fries, and a new item, Mango Coke. Like Christopher Columbus setting a foot on Plymouth Rock, I was curious. I took a swig and felt regret. I washed the anti-American drink down with the double cheeseburger. All was right with the world. But was this meal enough to satisfy the freedom I was feeling? Oh, no more pussyfooting around. Time to go to the range. After a deceptively long walk, I finally reached the street where the gun range was located. Appropriately named Liberty. As if God himself approved my manifest destiny. After a few more steps, I found it. Tough Guy's gun range. Beautiful. The exterior looked and felt like an old-school gun range you'd find in the rural southern United States.
Look at that, even their sign has gunshots, huh?
Andre and I entered and it was just as beautiful as I had imagined. Founded in 2003, Tough Guys is one of the oldest gun ranges in the country, I think. What intrigued us was their Burr Month promo. From September to the end of December, 600 pesos for 12 pistol rounds and 1 shotgun round. We're not sponsored by Tough Guys, but we do encourage you to visit this wonderful establishment. We registered our names, paid, and we waited. Of course, they gave us ear and eye protection, although they looked a little outdated. But who am I to talk? I own a 2008 Innova for fuck's sake. I didn't film us entering the range because the sound of the gun terrified me, if I'm being honest. Finally entered the range though, and damn, I felt like I was renewed. I grew up Methodist, so I know what it feels like to be born again. The range looked immaculate, like something out of a redneck amusement park. Well, except with less fried food and casual racism. Now a brief summary of the guns we would be firing today. Our handgun was a M45 Music, 45mm. I'm not a gun expert like Andre. All I know about this gun is it's in Rainbow Six Siege as one of the FBI's sidearms. It was also in this scene from Straight Outta Compton.
OG Two-Tone, Crenshaw Mafia, bro.
Andre was unable to identify the shotgun we used. Comment down below if any of you guys know. After a second look, Andre's educated guess was an Armscore M30 M5. Jesus Christ, that's a mouthful. I think most security guards here in the Philippines use this model. I could be wrong. Again, comment down below. However, Andre identified the ammo being birdshot. Now that's out of the way, let's get to shooting. Andre went first since he was more experienced. I would like to apologize though in advance for the poor camera work. I was supposed to shoot in third person, but a shell flew towards me and I panicked like commie scum. So I had to film it this way, like a grade A pussycat. But with some movie magic I can make it work, I guess. Take that, Michael Bay.
So go back to the club.
I also filmed the shotgun portion poorly, but I had to include it in this video because Dre's reaction was priceless.
What the fuck?
Now, it was my turn. I would just like to say something important first. The instructor was great. He was very clear and concise, very helpful indeed. I was nervous, but this badass calmed me down and made it a comfortable experience. I forgot to ask for his name though, like the fool that I am. But I salute you, good sir. Despite his perfect instruction, my adrenaline was still pumping. I never felt so nervous yet so excited in my life. I saw the 45. Thought about what's at stake. After a few test runs, it was time to let it rip.
Ready? Mission as President of the United States.
Wow, that was an experience. The recoil was crazy, but I never felt like the gun was going to slip out of my hands. After the first shot, the confidence started to grow as each pull of the trigger was more comfortable than the next. The aim could have been better. My shots all went upper left, but for a first timer, not bad. The freedom has fully taken over. However, I wasn't prepared for the shotgun experience. After watching Andre's experience, I was terrified. The boom felt immense, like being punched in the gut by Muhammad Ali. However, the most satisfying part was this. Damn, that was more satisfying than post-marital intercourse. With that in mind, and amazing instruction, I let it rip.
Ready? Fire! Okay, tatak mo balik.
Holy shit! That boom. The recoil that felt like my shoulder was about to dislocate. The mist of gunpowder invading my nostrils. Heavenly. However, you want to hear something more heavenly? Oh baby, better than post-marals! 12 pistol rounds and 1 shotgun shell later, I felt like I could take over the world. You could see it in my face. This face says he could lead the most powerful nation on the planet. After we stopped blasting, we headed over to another proud American establishment for lunch. I got the quesadilla and hard shell taco combo. As I checked my receipt, my order number felt appropriate. 45, like a 45mm. Amazing. What a fitting way to end the day. I feel like I talked way too much throughout this video, so I will end it with a quote from the great American auteur, Charlie Sheen. I'm different. I have a different constitution. I have a different brain. I have a different heart. I got tiger blood, man. The dying's for fools. Dying's for amateurs.